What do I spend my money on? I mean, pretty much food.
There are roughly 3.5 million homeless individuals living in the United States today. Even more people are hungry or on the verge of losing their shelter. It's easy to paint a picture of homelessness, to see these people in a certain light. However, the truth is, it could be any one of us. Nearly 2 million jobs were lost in 2008, and the number is rising.
And there was a couple that came in, and this is a couple my age, early 60s, looking for work, first time in their life. They've had very successful life, good jobs, houses, cars, things to support. All of a sudden, nobody can find a job.
We have a tendency to think this will never happen to me. I'm immune to the problem because I'm educated or I have skills. However, the people we spoke to are educated. They have skills as well. They probably thought they would never be in this position either. Consider the professions they're coming from. Can you relate?
Well, I'm a licensed electrician. I've been licensed for almost 15 years.
Carpenter. Made $18 an hour.
10 years in the military.
These people did the right things in life. They educated themselves. They obtained skills. And yet, here they are at Boca Helping Hands. Unfortunately, the jobs simply aren't there.
I've never had to ask for help my whole life. I mean, I've been a licensed electrician, like I said, for over 15 years. But I mean, I've never had a problem getting a job. My last couple of jobs, I mean, I was getting paid $20 an hour from everybody, and now I can't even find a job.
There ain't nothing building. I want to keep my tools. Yeah, my tools are in the pawn shop.
To comfort ourselves, we like to think that these people may be the exception. We like to think that the economy perhaps isn't as bad as people say it is. We like to think that those that are homeless are so because they are lazy or they've made the wrong choices in life. However, as we examine the numbers and what is going on in our society, we can no longer accept this as truth.
Like today, I can tell you we had 95 people served in the kitchen. Yesterday we had 107. So the numbers are going up. And they are up especially at the end of the month when people run out of money. Although today is only the middle of the month and we're getting high.
There are people that point to the fact that the economy has been bad for years. They state that if it were the true root of the problem, it would have appeared earlier. However, what we found was people are now reaching their point of desperation. After being out of work for a period of time, they have nowhere left to turn.
I was thinking, I was feeling things starting to slow down a few years ago in South Florida because I've done so many different things. I worked in restaurants, I did nails, I did so many things that I found that a few years ago, things are getting slower. Even the seasons down here are not as busy, and it's slowing down a lot.
Well, the last man that I interviewed that had lost his job about a year ago, he's about to lose his house too. More people coming in to interview that are families that maybe they've been out of a job for a year and their savings are gone, and they don't want to be here. And it's hard to interview because they're having a hard time doing the interview. But on the average, the man will say, "I don't want my children to go hungry." And we are giving out a lot more bags.
Everything's just, I've never had the unemployment, I never had food stamps, anything like that. So there are no savings to speak of, And I was put in a bad situation in.
During our time at Boca Helping Hands, we did not find a single individual who was in this position due to laziness. Sometimes we tend to forget that ability and desire to work don't do any good if there is no opportunity.
Most people want to work. Most people want to feed themselves. They want a secure home. You know, it's Maslow's law. Those lower levels, safety, security. That's really what they're looking for. I think most people really desire to be self-sufficient.
We as a society should be more sympathetic to the problem. This truly could happen to any one of us.
Someone said to me this morning, I've never had to ask for help. You know, there are more people asking for help now.
Some of them from their address, I can tell they must have had a pretty good job, because I can tell by their address.
And the cars that they drive, some of them have nice cars.
And they got newer cars than mine.
I always think people say, oh, why don't they pull themselves up by their bootstraps? Some people in here have fabulous, brand new bootstraps. Some people in here have never had a bootstrap in their life.
The job market's just been terrible. It really has. It's the first time in my life I've ever had a problem, you know, even trying to find a job.
Well, I got some nice bushes, nice cardboard laid out. That's called the shrubbers.